Vandeham Shri Guru Juta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnava
Hare Krishna everyone, welcome back to the 61st episode of Paripraśna. So as you're all aware, in the previous episode we have discussed about, or we have gotten a sneak peek into the descendants of Dhruva Maharaj. So we saw how noble of a king was Anga Maharaj. Fortunately or unfortunately, he ended up having a demoniac son in the form of Vena. And Vena was so terrible that the very same sages who had put him on the throne had to kill him with their Brahmanical power. And then after that, the same sages, they churned the body of Anga, removed all the negativity in the form of Bahuka, and then by churning his arms appeared this glorious king, Maharaja Prithu, along with his eternal consort Archi. So after that, we saw their coronation and how these professional bards were glorifying them. And before that, all the demigods and sages and all the universal celebrities, they grace this coronation and they offer him, shower him with so many wonderful gifts. So that is exactly where we had stopped. And in this episode, our objective is to try and discuss three wonderful chapters. Chapter number 16, which is titled Praise of King Prithu by Professional Bards. And then chapter 17, Maharaja Prithu becomes angry at earth. We will find out why did he become angry. And then chapter 18 has 32 verses with Prithu Maharaja milking the earth planet. And as always, to get wonderful, profound insights from these pastimes, from these chapters and verses, we have with us senior traveling sannyasi monk, His Holiness Bhakti Padma Saurav Pracharak Swami Maharaj. So let's go ahead and inquire and learn from Maharaj. So Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dandavat Pranams, Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna.
So Maharaj, we saw that in chapter number 15, so Maharaj Prithu was being showered so many praises, appreciation, even for things he had not done yet. So he dissuades these praisers, the appreciators, said that, no, don't praise me like this. I haven't even done anything. And even after I do, you should not be praising me. You should offer your praise to the Supreme Lord and all that. But however, the very next chapter, these bards, they don't stop praising him. The praise still continues. So I'll just chant the first shloka and then present the question. Maitreya uvacha iti bruvanam nripatim gayaka muni choditaha tushtu manasas tadvag amruta sevaya. The great sage Maitreya continued, while King Prithu thus spoke, the humility of his nectarian speeches pleased the reciters very much. Then again they continued to praise the king highly with exalted prayers as they had been instructed by the great sages. So Gayaka Muni Choditaha, instructed by the sages, these reciters, they continue to praise him. So why this continuous praise in spite of Maharaj Prithu telling them to stop doing that?
It is affection.
Affection, okay.
Like you invite a guest to your house,
Mm-hmm.
and you get respect for the guest. You make the guest sit down and you start serving.
Mm-hmm.
And whom you're serving, he says, "Now I'm full. Enough. I don't want anymore." Then you say, No, you should eat more. So is it disrespecting the orders of your guest?
Yeah.
It is a sabhava sharanagati. Yeah. Like in Rukmini prayers, Rukmini Devi, she says, Atma Pitascha. I surrender to you. And she says that because I'm surrendered to you, I'm ordering you. You should come and take me. And then Krishna did, what kind of surrender is this?
Yeah.
Surrender you learn from Bali Maharaj. He just surrendered. So you should listen to the person whom you are surrendered to. So then Rukmini says that Bali Maharaj surrender is Nirbhava Sharanagati, but mine is Sabhava Sharanagati.
Okay.
So Prithu Maharaj is told not to glorify. Uh, then the glorification becomes more, because in spite of all our glorification, you are not affected by pride.
Wow.
So you want to glorify more.
Mm.
How can you stop?
Yeah.
Even the person who is glorified cannot stop the glorifications, because uh, the fame and glorifications, they want to serve the personification of fame, but personification of glorification wants to serve the devotee, like Madhavendra Puri.
Uh-huh.
He, when Krishna, Gopinath, he stole kheer for Madhavendra Puri.
Mm.
And when he came to know that Krishna has done it, and every people come to know, they'll start
Mm.
praising me, they'll start respecting me. So I should leave from here. He left
Yeah.
from Remuna to Jagannath Puri in not in a normal road.
Yeah.
He took a forest route, so that people should not come to know about it.
Mm.
When he reached Jagannath Puri,
Mm.
people welcomed him. Oh, for you, Krishna has stolen kheer. Gopinath has stolen kheer for you. So good.
Mm.
So the fame of the devotee reached before the devotee reached
Jai.
before Madhava reached Jagannath Puri.
Mm.
So Ramananda Rai, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked Ramananda Rai one question: who is the most famous?
Mm.
So, Ramananda Rai says the devotee is most famous.
Mm.
Uh, So Prithu Maharaj expressing not to glorify me, it is expression of his humility.
Mm.
Expression of his humility.
Mm.
So, uh, so that did not make them stop glorifying, but it inspired them to glorify more.
Yeah. Very nice. Very nice. So, Maharaj, one more thing related to this shloka before we move forward. It is said, Tadvag Amrita Sevaya. So, this nectarian speech of Prithu Maharaj. So, this we see with so many devotees. When they speak, it's really nectarian. What they say, of course, is nectarian. Even their speech, just listening to them is so wonderful. So, many times I've seen whenever you say, I mean, you don't even have to say further, just that Hare Krishna, that way, the way you speak, that itself is so soothing. So how can one is it developable? I mean, we cultivate such speech? Like even in Sthita Prajna section, Prabhupada highlights speech is a very important quality of a devotee. Kim prabhasheta ka bhasha. So how can we improve our speech and make it sweeter?
Hope it is not because of diabetes.
I hope not. Yeah.
Wild thought.
Yes.
Uh, uh, yeah, the speech is the most important quality of man,
Mhm,
in a person, as a devotee, or anyone.
mhm, mhm,
So the qualities of speech come when you associate with the persons who have such qualities.
mhm,
And the person who has such qualities is Krishna.
mhm, mhm,
So that is the reason you have to recite the Mahabharata or
mhm,
Bhagavatam
mhm,
or Ramayana, especially Ramayana. Ramayana, there are two chapters glorifying Lord Ramachandra's qualities
okay.
in Ayodhya Kanda, the first two sargas. So it
Mhm.
is said if you chant these verses, you will get these qualities.
Oh. Mm,
Of course, there are certain characteristics by birth, but
mhm,
at the same time, they are not that you can accrue these qualities
mhm,
by reciting scriptures.
mm,
So, recitation of stotras, this is one thing. And
mhm,
other one is the most sweet pastimes of Krishna are in the Bhagavatam, 10th
mm,
canto.
mm,
Especially the sweetest of all are the Gitas of gopis. So
mm,
if you recite the Gopi Gitas, six Gopi Gitas,
mm,
so then the speech automatically becomes quite sweet.
mm.
Yeah, it's a fact.
Okay, okay, wonderful. Thank you, Maharaj. Very practical advice. So, jumping to the third verse now, I'll just read the translation. Although we are unable to glorify you adequately, we nonetheless have a transcendental taste for glorifying your activities. We shall try to glorify you according to the instructions received from authoritative sages and scholars. Whatever we speak, however, is always inadequate and very insignificant, dear King, because you are a direct incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. All your activities are liberal and ever laudable. So, Maharaj, we come from a place or we belong to a place, the spiritual world, where everybody is appreciating everybody. So, here also, these bards, they are saying that no matter how much we glorify you, it's going to be inadequate. So, we also, in spite of our limitations and inadequacy, how we can cultivate consciously this practice of glorifying Supreme Lord and his devotees. So that way we can purify ourselves.
So, these glorifications are happening. What happened is the sages entered the heart of these parts, means those who are the professional glorifiers. The sages entered them because they said that we are glorifying because the sages have told us to glorify. Whenever the sages have told us to glorify, their glorification, their potency has entered into us. It is by their mercy we are able to glorify you. And the nature of your glories are so sweet that the more we glorify you, the more we feel like glorifying you. We cannot be satisfied. So, even if we glorify you, there is no end to it. That is the reason we cannot stop. Two reasons why you cannot stop. One is there is no end to your glories. There is no end to your glories. You are unlimited. So how can we complete it? Number two, when you glorify you, the hunger to glorify you increases. How can you stop it? So that is what is more expressed by these people.
Okay. And what about that other part, Maharaj? How we can also consciously try to glorify the Lord and the devotees?
You use one word, consciously. So there are 4 levels of competence, very famously known in the modern psychological circles, but it's based on Vedic psychology. That is unconscious incompetence. There is conscious incompetence. There is conscious competence. There is unconscious competence.
Nice.
That is the last one. First is that you are unconscious about your incompetence. That is mentalist people. They are not bothered with to glorify Krishna or not. They are okay whether they glorify Krishna or don't glorify Krishna. They have nothing to do with Krishna. They think we are happy about it. The next stage is to become, that is, you're conscious of your incompetence. That means the first thing is, this is where the devotee life begins. That is, oh, I am not able to glorify Krishna. I am not able to glorify Krishna. I am not able to glorify Krishna. I am not able to memorize verses. When I am going to do that? When I am going to do that? So when the word, when this bhava comes in our heart, when, that is the beginning. How does it happen when this craving, when, comes only when you see somebody glorifying Krishna. When you associate with those people or hear from those people constantly glorify Krishna, then desire comes. When I am going to be like this? So that's the beginning. And next comes conscious incompetence. So the conscious competence. First is unconscious
Yeah.
incompetence, and then conscious incompetence. That is when. Then comes your conscious competence. So that's called tapasya. So for that, you have to take out time. It can be half an hour, it can be 1 hour, it can be 2 hours, according to your lifestyle and your situation. There is no hard and fast rule about it. But minimum half an hour. At that time, keep the mobile out. And then take one prayers of Bhagavatam, one section of the prayer. That is Kunti Devi prayers. For 1 month, just only recite those prayers. And then you feel like reading one purport or two purports, you do that. Recite them. Recitation is very important, loudly. To such an extent, the person who is sitting in the other room, they should be disturbed by your recitation.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm using some extreme words so that
Yeah.
loudly. So that half an hour, 1 hour, whatever you just go on reciting these verses. See, these verses are not Sanskrit. Unfortunately, people think so. It is not. It is transcendental, and language is material. So try to do the pronunciation best. Even if it is not problem, no problem. Just go your own way. It comes one day. It will come one day. It'll happen. You hear already recorded verses, or somebody is a teacher who can teach you. Recite them. So that is tapasya. You are consciously you are becoming competent. Then when you do this for 5 years, 6 years, 10 years down the line, then you can, in the dreams, those verses will come.
Wonderful. Yes. Nice, Maharaj. Very nice.
Those verses will come in the dreams. That's how you become unconsciously competent.
Very nice. Fantastic. So Maharaj, as they're glorifying, in the interest of time, will not be getting into every one of them. So here in the fourth verse, when they're talking about dharma, one of the things is they're glorifying is how Maharaj Prithu lokam dharmenu vartayan gopta. Gopta means the protector. So he is the protector of dharma. So what does it mean to protect dharma? You also have said in different contexts, dharmo rakshati rakshitaha. If you protect dharma, dharma will protect you. What does it mean to protect dharma?
To follow dharma is to protect dharma.
Okay.
Dharmo rakshati means rakshitaha. When you protect dharma, dharma will protect you. You will be protected by dharma. Like, always give the example of a gun is there so that it protects you. So when the terrorists come, they'll shoot you and go away. They say, oh, gun was there, but the gun did not protect. A gun will protect you when you hold it and then shoot, isn't it? Without holding the gun, is a gun will protect. Gun will not protect by itself. Dharma will not protect by itself. When it is protected by, that means when you hold it, when you hold it. That means when you practice dharma, dharma will protect you. Dharma will not protect you just because dharma is there. When you hold it, when you accept it, when you follow dharma, that dharma will protect you.
Okay, yeah. Very nice. So Maharaj, in the following verses, like verse 6, verse 7, verse 9, so Maharaj Prithu is being compared to different demigods. He's compared to sun god, how he will be in distributing mercy, and very nice description there it is given how he will collect the taxes and then he will give it at times of need. Just like sun, how it is evaporating the water from the ocean, and in rainy season it will shower the rain. And then he is compared to earth, how tolerant, forbearing, and forgiving he is. He is also compared to moon, how soothing, nourishing his moon-like faces. So if you can maybe say a few words related to these comparisons.
There are 8 verses which describe about Prithu Maharaj in this particular section, comparing him to different aspects in nature. The first is sun. The sun collects water from the ocean, distributes in the form of clouds. 8 months it evaporates, 4 months it urines. Then earth. So people are drilling the earth and doing so many things. Earth is tolerating. Kshama, Kshama, Kshitihi, Titiksha, Karmanam, Vaidyaha. Then comes rain. Will protect the suffering citizens by supplying rain. Like Indra. He'll be like Indra by supplying rain. Now his face is like the moon, because when you see the moon, it's very cheerful, very pleasant. Especially his smile is so wonderful that in spite of somebody being very distressed because of sun's heat means the heat of this world, so many problems. Just by looking at Prithu Maharaj's face, he is smiling, everything. He is being compared to Varuna. Varuna. He has great qualities. And Prithu, like Varuna, covers his qualities. It's not known. It is an exhibit. Oh, I've got these qualities. And he's very grave. That is Durasado Dirvishaha Sanno Pi Vizuravat. Then he's compared to fire. Like when enemies approach him, like fire, somebody comes, he cannot tolerate the fire, they'll be burnt. Of course, he came out from Vena. Vena body, wood, just wood. But fire can come out of it. He is like Supreme Lord Krishna himself, Antaryami, Paramatma. 12th verse talks about it. So in this way, he's been compared to so many things. He's compared to Yama. Like that.
Yes. Very nice, Maharaj. Just revisiting the 12th and 13th verse, although you briefly touched upon it. So in 12th and 13th verse, the neutrality and the unbiased nature of Prithu Maharaj is said here. So he's saying he himself will remain neutral regarding all matters of glorification or vilification paid to him. And especially here in the 13th verse, since this king will always remain on the path of piety, he will be neutral to both his son and the son of his enemy. If the son of his enemy is not punishable, he will not punish him. But if his own son is punishable, he will immediately punish him. So how important is this quality of neutrality for a king, for people in the leadership positions? Why should they be unbiased?
If they are biased, then there will be a division in the society. So when there's division in the society, then you cannot be, there will be unrest. So you cannot be the king. As simple as that. So there should be neutrality. That the first thing expected from the king is nyaya. So when you give nyaya to people, then people feel secured. Justice gives a security on the material platform.
Okay. And in the 14th verse, Maharaj, where it is said, just as the sun god expands his shining rays up to the Arctic region without impedance, the influence of King Prithu will cover all tracts of land up to the Arctic region and will remain undisturbed as long as he lives. So in Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's commentary, he talks about Manasottara mountain. So where is this Manasottara mountain? If you can just give a little geographical hint.
Fifth canto talks about it.
Right.
It is very difficult to explain because it is not seen to the naked eyes. I'll give a theory behind it. These geography or cosmology, as described in Bhagavatam, can only be understood when you accept the existence of higher dimensions. It's a multi-dimensional world. We are living in 3D, length, breadth, and height. Room has this length, breadth, and height.
Yeah.
But when you can have length, breadth, and height, you can have fourth thing also. You can have fifth thing also. So they are 5D, 6D, 7D, 8D, like that. So that is why those things which are in the higher dimensions cannot be perceived by people in the third 3 dimensions. So Manasottara mountains is a path of the sun. There are different mountains in the path of the sun. The path of the sun is like a dolphin. That is all described in the fifth canto. When we come to fifth canto, then we can have better understanding of all this.
Yes.
Otherwise, we get into the cosmology and then. But essentially, it is existing in higher dimensions.
Okay. So, Maharaj, the next section, verses 20 to 27, is the prediction of future activities of Maharaj Prithu. So, why would the birds, first of all, it takes a Trikala Jnani, right, to know that what the person is going to do in future also. Of course, you mentioned in an earlier answer that actually the sages entered into these birds and they are speaking through them. So, perhaps that is why they know. And also, what is the purpose of predicting the future activities? When it happens, it happens. Like even in Parikshit Maharaj's case, they also predicted this is how it's going to happen, and then ultimately they predicted his death also. So what is the purpose of predicting future activities of a great individual?
Prediction, as understood by people in general these days, that is out of fear. Please tell me what's going to happen to me, whether I'm going to get married or not, whether I'm going to get a job or not. After getting married, whether my wife is going to stay with me or not. After getting a job, boss is going to get promotion or not. There's always fear. So that's how there is a lot of underuse of astrology, Jyotish Shastra. But these predictions are meant to repose one's own and others' faith in Prithu Maharaj, in the person whom you are glorifying. Because people in general, they are always having fear, and king has to give protection. And those praising the king, is praising the king by giving predictions. So don't worry. You are very happy in his kingdom, because previously the kings, they had a bad experience.
Yes.
So the moment they say king, immediately they have understanding of Vena. So he is not like Vena. Don't worry. So when people had bad experiences, it is very difficult to convince that no, not everybody is like that. Like sometimes people have bad experiences in some temple. So then they say every temple is like that. So they fear. So you had to convince them and increase their faith. How will you increase their faith in Prithu Maharaj? By talking about his glory. No. He has a He has his nature, which is the past, which has been glorified.
Mm.
Now he has a future, which is also very glorious.
Mm. Mm. Okay. You want to continue further, Maharaj, or shall I ask the next question?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I'm transitioning into chapter 17 now. So Vidura holds on to these points, the predictive activities of Maharaj Prithu. And then he is talking here in third verse, fourth, fifth verse. Vidura uvacha kasmadadara gorupam dharitri bahurupini yam dudoha prutustatra kuvatsodohanam chakim. Vidura inquired from the great sage Maitreya, my dear Brahmana, since Mother Earth can appear in different shapes, why did she take the shape of a cow? And when King Pruthu milked her, who became the calf and what was the milking pot? Then the next verse, the surface of the earth is by nature low in some places and high in others. How did King Pruthu level the surface of the earth? And why did the king of heaven, Indra, steal the horse meant for the sacrifice? The great saintly king Maharaj Prithu received knowledge from Sanat Kumara, who was the greatest Vedic scholar. After receiving knowledge to be applied practically in his life, how did the saintly king attain his desired destination? So, of course, all these pastimes are going to be vividly described as we go further. So, now I'm going to jump to verse number 9, where Sutta Goswami speaks and Maitreya Muni is starting to speak. So, verse number 9, chapter 17. The great sage Maitreya continued, my dear Vidura, at the time King Prithu was enthroned by the great sages and Brahmanas and declared to be the protector of the citizens, there was a scarcity of food grains. The citizens actually became skinny due to starvation. Therefore, they came before the king and informed him of their real situation. So the people come and they describe. I'm going to skip all that part. So here, Maharaj, 12th verse and 13th verse together, and then I'll ask the question. Maitreya uvacha prutuh prajanam karunam nishamya paridevitam dirgam dhadyau kurushrestha nimittam sonvapadyata. After hearing this lamentation and seeing the pitiable condition of the citizens, King Pruthu contemplated this matter for a long time to see if he could find out the underlying causes. And then, having arrived at a conclusion, the king took up his bow and arrow and aimed them at the earth, exactly like Lord Shiva, who destroys the whole world out of anger. So, Maharaj, several things here. If you can maybe pull out some lessons here. How Prithu Maharaj, first of all, okay, he heard the realistic situation. Citizens are suffering. There are not enough grains. They are hungry. There is scarcity. First thing is to identifying the underlying cause. For that, he contemplated long time. But once he identified the cause that this Mother Earth is storing all these grains without producing, next he is very immediate. He took up his bow and arrow and aimed them at the earth. So the leaders, how they should strike a balance, when should they take time, just like Prithu Maharaj contemplated the underlying cause, and when they should be swift in acting. So this balance between taking time versus acting swiftly, how should they go about this?
Even the modern management lessons, they say 80% is planning and 20% is execution.
Mm-hmm.
So planning takes time. Planning means understanding the root cause of the problem, how to resolve the problem, why the problem is there, what are the consequences, what are the pros and cons. You require a lot of contemplation. So once you come to a decision, then comes execution.
Yeah.
So that is how Prithu Maharaj took long time for thinking. And then when he concluded, then immediately he went for action. Action should be immediate. Don't delay. Kal kare to aaj kare to ab kar. But think before you act.
Yes.
The sayings are there from the experience. That's what.
Okay. So this visual picture that a king aiming at Mother Earth, especially she's taken a shape of a cow, this seems a little too dramatic and extreme. That usually mother, that too in the form of a cow, and he's aiming at her. So if you can maybe talk about this, why this extreme step that he is taking, going after her?
When somebody doesn't do their duties,
Mhm.
then the king is responsible for it. So the duty of the mother is to feed the children, and
Mhm.
earth is the mother, and we're all children.
Mhm.
And they complain the mother is not giving, then the king has to act, because king is the ultimate father for everyone,
Mhm.
at least in the material level.
Mhm.
He is a representative. So when mother doesn't do her duty, the father has to get into action. Isn't, hey,
Mhm.
what is this you're doing?
Mhm.
So cow is the object of protection.
Mhm.
Uh, that is why Mother Earth took the form of cow, that he'll show mercy.
Yeah.
But Prithu Maharaj knew, hey, you're not cow, you're the Mother Earth.
Mhm.
So mother means one who does the duties of mother.
Mhm.
Now, just because somebody gave birth to say baby, that doesn't make her the mother until
Mhm.
unless she feeds the baby with her own milk.
Mhm.
That's the baby.
Mhm.
There are some mothers who kill the baby in the womb only. Well, how can they be mother?
Mhm.
Motherly, one who has motherly qualities is mother. So when Mother Earth gave up the motherly qualities, apparently, in
Mhm.
Prithu Maharaj, he he treated the way she should be treated.
Mhm. Mhm. Okay. So
Yeah.
good, you said she took up the form of a cow to gain his compassion, mercy. And not only that, in the further verses, she is also, because she is running everywhere, but he is chasing after her no matter where she is running. In the 19th verse, she's saying, the cow shaped earth continued to appeal to the king. I am very poor and have not committed any sinful activities. I do not know why you want to kill me, since you are supposed to be the knower of all religious principles. Why are you so envious of me? And why are you so anxious to kill a woman? So she took the form of a cow and she's telling, oh, I'm just a poor entity. And now she's telling, how can you kill a woman? So this different cards that even in the current scenario we see when somebody is at fault, but they try to get mercy based on playing the woman card, victim card, race card, so many different cards they will use. Oh, but I'm just a woman, you should not do this. Oh, but I am, belong to certain race, you should not do this. But how somebody in a responsible position should not, what you say, yield to such false pretenses and still take the appropriate action?
That's why the person who is in the position, he should have emotions, but should not be emotional.
Oh, that's a powerful statement. Yeah.
That's what Prithu Maharaj did. He had emotion. That is why in the further you find he forgives her, but
Mhm.
not before uh, he takes up her responsibility, does
Yes.
her duties.
Mhm.
So he running behind the cow and trying to uh, chastise the cow is not out of hatred. It
Mhm.
is out of executing the responsibilities of protecting the citizens.
Mhm. Yeah. So moving to the verse, next verse, that is 21st verse. The cow-shaped earth continued, my dear king, I'm just like a strong boat, and all the paraphernalia of the world is standing upon me. If you break me to pieces, how can you protect yourself and your subjects from drowning? Taking this little out of context, Maharaj, the way she is saying, right, if you break me to pieces, how can you protect yourself and your subjects from drowning? So, isn't this exactly what we are doing to Mother Earth? We are breaking her through various different means, and similarly, we are facing the consequences. So, just like Dharmo Rakshati Rakshitaha, we should also protect Mother Earth so she can sustain and provide for us. So, if you can throw some light on that.
It is like exploitation.
Mhm.
Exploitation means you want to get something out of the person out of force. It's called exploitation.
Mhm.
Other is by love you get things.
Mhm.
You force your mother to cook for you, and you love your mother to cook for you.
Mm.
So there's difference between them. Arti is willing to give. She's our mother.
Mm.
So much she can give. Now, she'll give to meet up to her need, not to her greed.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what has happened because of the greed, to fulfill our greed, we start exploiting. So when you exploit, how long you'll exploit? One day, the earth will become barren.
Mm.
That's what has happened. Many places there are beautiful rivers,
Mm.
but there's desert everywhere because they exploited.
Mm.
So Mother Earth gives enough yield for our satisfaction.
Mm.
So much it gives. But you want it immediate, quickly, more, and less time.
Mm.
Then you start putting chemicals, pesticides. So the same farmland which had in our childhood used to play there, used to jump around, and then now you just cannot stay there for 5 minutes.
Mm.
Because the land is stinking with chemicals. Just cannot stay there.
Mm.
So at that time, yield was the same. Now also yield is the same.
Mm.
But because of the greed, we want to exploit. So exploitation is not good. Out of fear, get the work done out of gunpoint. No, get the work done out of love.
Mm.
When you love someone, the other person does work out of love,
Mm-hmm.
then he will do more. He cannot get the work done out of the other person out of fear. Say, I'm giving you 1 lakh rupees a month. You do this survey, you'll not get the salary. Okay, he will do. But he'll not do from the heart.
Yeah.
So even the modern management gurus, they are also talking these ideas.
Mm.
They're not, those days are gone when you get the work done out of showing some fear, higher or fire. It's not going to work anymore.
Mm.
Like that.
Okay. Okay. So out of fear now, she's going to surrender to Maharaj Prithu because no matter where she goes, he's very powerful and he is relentlessly chasing after her. So does surrender always secure mercy? Like Kali also, he knew that Parikshit was very great king and immediately he surrendered, but that was not real surrender. So does surrender always secure mercy or do conditions apply?
Surrender always, though the surrender may be pretentious, but still surrender is surrender. But the proportion of mercy varies.
Oh, very nice. Okay.
So Krishna also showed mercy to Indra, though his surrender was
Yes.
uh,
Yeah.
there, but it was the surrender was there are many surrenders which are uh, what is the name for it? Circumstantial.
Ah, okay.
There's something called apat sannyas.
Mm.
So in earlier times, many ages ago, there's something called apat sannyas. That is, a sannyasi is not bound by the rules of the king.
Mhm.
He cannot catch a sannyasi, put him into jail and execute him or like that.
Oh,
That's the rule.
okay. Mhm.
So somebody has taken a loan, like Grahastha has taken a loan.
Mm.
He has taken maybe a few gold coins and is not able to repay.
Uh-huh.
So then the other person who asked him many times, he even complained to the king. The king has
Mm.
sent the bata, that is,
Mm.
he sent his soldiers to arrest him.
Mm.
So what he does is he gives up his household, everything, and takes
Apat
sannyas.
sannyasa. Okay. Uh,
So then the king cannot do anything.
mm.
circumstantial sannyas.
Yes.
Circumstance that also gives results.
Mhm.
But surrender out of love, in what mood? No, Taratamya is there. Surrender is just one word. It is not yes or no. Surrender with what mood, how much. All these
Mhm.
things matter.
Mhm.
Gajendra surrender is different from Kunti Devi surrender. Gopi
Yeah.
surrender is different from Parikshit Maharaj surrender.
Yeah.
Parikshit Maharaj surrender was out of Bhaya.
Mhm.
Then he heard the Bhagavatam, then he forgot about why he surrendered.
Mhm.
It's completely engrossed in Bhagavatam. So
Mhm.
then there's a lot of dimensions to it.
Very interesting. Okay. So she surrendered now. Pruturuvacha Vasude tvam vadishyami Machasana paranmukhim Bhagam barhishi yavrante Natanoti cha no vasu. King Prithu replied to the earthly planet, My dear earth, you have disobeyed my orders and rulings. In the form of a demigod, you accepted your share of the yajnas we performed. But in return, you have not produced sufficient food grains. For this reason, I must kill you. Although you are eating green grass every day, you are not filling your milk bag so we can utilize your milk. Since you are willfully committing offenses, it cannot be said that you are not punishable due to your assuming the form of a cow. So Prithu Maharaj is now counter arguing. So he's countering saying that you ate the sacrifice but did not return the fruits. So, Maharaj, can you unpack this idea of reciprocity, reciprocal nature in yajna? Krishna also talks in, I think, chapter 3 of Bhagavad Gita. You satisfy the demigods, they will satisfy you, mutually you cooperate and be prosperous. So, if you can highlight this reciprocation and how this is important in Vedic economy.
Reciprocation has to be understood on the principle of interdependency.
Mhm.
Nobody is independent in this world. Even the demigods are not independent.
Mhm.
So I am also not independent. So trying to become independent is foolishness.
Mhm.
Because you cannot be. The only one person is independent. That is
Mhm.
Krishna.
Okay.
And he has created the system of independence.
Mhm.
That is you, demigods,
Mhm.
and the objects of this world.
Yeah.
So that system of independence is there everywhere.
Mhm.
Any system you take, there are three things. Any system you take. The teacher, the student, and the book
Mhm.
is interdependence. Now you say, I am the father, son is dependent on me.
Mhm.
Yes, it is true, the son is dependent on you. But if you are not given birth to a son,
Mhm.
who will call you a father? So your fatherhood is dependent on the son.
Mhm.
You may say, I am a guru. My disciples are dependent on me. But who cares you are a guru or not? If there is no disciple, who will call you guru? So your guru is dependent on the disciple.
Mhm.
You may say, I am a great artist. But what
Mhm.
will you do without a canvas?
Mhm.
You'll do art in the air or what? No.
Mhm.
So that is how everything has to be respected.
Mhm. Mhm.
You may be very great, but your greatness is dependent on
Mhm.
someone in this world.
Mhm. Mhm.
So not to be proud.
Mhm. Okay.
We are all interdependent.
Mhm.
The person who is donating,
Mhm.
person whom he is donating, the
Mhm.
donation, three things.
Mhm.
Now, if the donor thinks I am the person whom I am donating to, Doni, say sometimes people say Doni. I don't know whether it exists in English language or not.
Mhm.
So, if he doesn't receive a donation, then gone.
Mhm. Who is the donee? The
Come on,
person who is
receive a piece of
receiving?
your money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
If he doesn't receive donations, they get lost then.
Mm.
So where is the opportunity for you because to get purified if the
Mm.
person doesn't receive your donation?
Mm. Mm.
And if you don't have money, what donation will give you? Who you can give?
Yeah.
So we are totally interdependent.
Mm.
So the more you understand interdependency, the more you advance in Krishna consciousness because you're understanding the system and you understand that you the humility, our insignificance.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Wonderful explanation, Maharaj. So I'm jumping to 25th verse now. Amosham Kshutparitanam Artanam Paridevitam Shamayishyami Madhanair Bhinnayastava Medasa. Now with the help of my arrows I shall cut you to pieces, and with your flesh satisfy the hunger-stricken citizens who are now crying for want of grains. Thus I shall satisfy the crying citizens of my kingdom. It takes a moment to process this verse, Maharaj, because generally we say devotees, you should be non-violent, especially towards cow and brahmanas and things. Here, Prithu Maharaj is telling, I shall cut you to pieces, and with your flesh, I will satisfy my hunger-stricken citizens. So, what do scriptures mention or advise in terms such extreme measures in times of necessity? Like here in this case, what Prithu Maharaj is telling, I'll kill the cow and feed the flesh to my citizens.
It is dhamki.
Oh, okay.
It is not that he's going to do that.
Mm.
You have to understand the intention, bhavartha behind it. It is not that Prithu Maharaj is saying that when there is no other opportunity, then no vegetarian food, then you can eat a cow. Crazy.
Mm.
These kind of understandings should not be extrude out of
Mhm. Mhm.
out of such verses.
Yeah.
Mhm. It is like mother telling son when in frustration, "You're a donkey." What does it mean?
Mm.
Then he has got four legs or something like that. Now she's giving a curse that you'll become a donkey next life or something like that. Hey, it's a frustration
Mm.
when extreme words are used so that at least he'll come back to his senses.
Mm.
Uh, I'll kill you. Sometimes people say, I'll kill you. Huh? What does it mean?
Mm.
It's expression of frustration. It's
Mm.
not the mother is going to kill the son.
Mm.
How many times the mother has told the sons? I don't know now. My mother is telling, I kick you out of the house.
Yeah.
So kick you out of the house. Okay, one day I only left.
Oh.
How long will I stay outside the house?
Mm.
10 o'clock came back and all were crying and what's happening where. So, doesn't mean that kick you out of the house. Literally. Again got scolding and beating. Why you went out of the house? You only told kick you before you kick I left. So these things happen.
Yeah.
You cannot take it in literal sense.
Mm. Okay. You want to say anything more on this, Maharaj? You can finish drinking here. So, Maharaj, the last section, that is verses 28 to 36, is talking about Mother Earth's prayers to Prithu Maharaj. So, I'm keeping an eye on the clock. We don't have the luxury to go into all the details. So, in essence, if you can say something about what is she praying and just her prayers.
Prayers of Mother Earth,
Mm.
Dharo Vacha.
Mm.
So all the prayers talk about how Krishna is a controller of this world
Yeah.
and how Krishna is independent
Mm-hmm.
and everybody is under his shelter.
Mm-hmm.
Now she says, if you're so angry and upset on me, where will I go? Tell me.
Mm-hmm.
Tamasre, Sharanam Tamasre.
Mm-hmm.
Whom should I take shelter of? Nobody is there in this world for me other than you. You are Swarat, you are totally independent.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm? So if you just kick me out, if somebody else is there, what do you think anybody else is there for me? Nobody is there.
Mhm.
Now you are the protector and you desire to kill me.
Mhm.
Huh? How can the protector think of killing me? You can correct me, but
Mhm.
not kill me.
Mhm.
Hmm. I don't know, Lord, what is your plan? It is very difficult to understand.
Okay.
Not only that, huh? You are the controller of all the energies. Whatever you think that I'm going to give it, all the food, rains, and all,
Mhm.
who am I? Huh? All the demigods, everybody is under you only, everything belongs to you only.
Mhm.
And then she interestingly talks about something very interesting.
Mhm.
You uh, are the person who created all the ingredients for yajna. Hmm. And it is you who lifted the earth, you protected me. Hmm. And the same person who lifted me as Varaha has come in front of me as Prithu.
Mhm. Mhm.
You remember you protected me before? Now you want to kill
Mhm.
me.
Mhm.
Huh? For milk. You know why I stopped giving milk,
Mhm.
supplying? To teach people in this world. Don't punish me because I want to. Uh, uh, I am doing this so that I can punish people to make them understand that they have to do yajna.
Mhm. Mhm.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So, if you don't show mercy unto me, who will show mercy?
Mhm.
So, please show me mercy unto me. Tebhyo
Mhm.
namo viryashascha karebhyaha na jnayate mohita chitta vartmabhihi. Mohita chitta, everybody is completely mohita chitta.
Mhm.
Their mind is totally bewildered, consciously bewildered, seeing your actions.
Mhm.
So this is how she prays.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like that part, how she's reminding him, you only protected me earlier, now you're playing this. So I think the strategy can be used when generally good people, once in a while, if they deviate, is like, remember what all you have done in the past. So, Maharaj, now jumping to the 18th chapter, so 6th verse here. My dear king, the seeds, roots, herbs, and grains which were created by Lord Brahma in the past are now being used by non devotees who are devoid of all spiritual understanding. My dear king, not only are grains and herbs being used by non devotees, but as far as I am concerned, I am not being properly maintained. Indeed, I am being neglected by kings who are not punishing these rascals who have turned into thieves by using grains for sense gratification. Consequently, I have hidden all these seeds which were meant for the performance of sacrifice. So, Maharaj, through this, we know that she is capable of giving, but she is intentionally withholding the grains, roots, herbs, all these things. So, she is withholding her bounty because of she is telling one, irresponsible kings, and number two, also the citizens who are also misusing for sense gratification. So, what is the connection, relationship between Mother Earth producing her bounty in connection to the people who are ruling and also in relation to the general citizens, how dharmic or adharmic they are?
Ultimately, every article in this world, every object in this world, the grains or anything you may say, is meant for sacrifice.
Mhm.
If it is not done, then the purpose for which the earth is producing all these things will be lost.
Okay.
So she says that I'm not doing that. I'm
Mm.
not giving because of this. So it includes all kinds of people. Whoever may be, the whole purpose is sacrifice.
Okay.
If they don't do that, then earth will withhold her, her production.
Mm. Okay.
So the sinners, they are taking
Mm-hmm.
away.
Mm-hmm.
And And the thieves, they are also looting.
Mhm.
And those who think themselves we are good people, duty, we are doing more duty, they are not doing sacrifice.
Uh-huh.
So she's upset with all kinds of people.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to this combined verse 9th and 10th. I'll just read the translation. O great hero, protector of living entities, if you desire to relieve the living entities by supplying them sufficient grain, and if you desire to nourish them by taking milk from me, you should make arrangements to bring a calf suitable for this purpose and a pot in which the milk can be kept, as well as a milkman to do the work. Since I will be very much affectionate towards my calf, your desire to take milk from me will be fulfilled. So, Maharaj, many a times I have asked you in certain situations, is this symbolic or is this literal? And pretty much all the time you have said, no, no, it's not just symbolic, it's actually literal, it actually happened. So, in this context also, first of all, Mother Earth being in the shape or form of a cow, and now she is telling you should bring a suitable calf, there should be a suitable pot, suitable milkman, and next verses reveals that different calves are coming, different milkmans are coming, different pots they are bringing, and they are taking different milks also. So if you can please help us understand this in a proper perspective.
This symbolic means representing a principle. The principle is you receive from anyone things out of love, not out of
Mhm.
fear,
Okay.
not creating fear.
Mhm.
So, what is a calf? How does a calf get the milk from the cow? Because of her love,
Yeah.
because of the love which the calf has for the cow and the cow's love for the calf. So, it gives
Mhm.
abundant.
Mhm.
The same way, it is the exchange, loving exchange. That
Mhm.
is what is being spoken.
Okay.
So, that is called, when you say symbolic, it
Mhm.
is real also, at the same time, representation of a real principle.
Mhm. Okay. Okay. Again, Maharaj, in the interest of time, I'm not going to get into the details of the next section, but we see animals, demons, sages, even trees, they all come and take milk from the earth. So, what is this universal cooperation that it's not that Mother Earth is only providing for a certain section, she's providing for everybody. In this section, we see different types, so they're coming and they're taking suitable. So, how this universal cooperation and this ideal Vedic ecosystem where everybody is getting whatever they need, Mother Earth is providing for everyone.
Say, for example, in a family, there are 4 children.
Uh-huh.
Mother is giving milk to one child,
Mhm.
khichdi to khichdi to another child,
Mhm.
and she is giving only water to another child, only warm water, nothing else.
Okay.
For other child, she is giving puri, sabji,
Mhm.
halwa. Hey, you may say, what is she doing? In discrimination. It is not discrimination. It's a small baby. She gives milk. She cannot give puri, sabji, halwa to him. One boy was sick and he just recovered.
Mhm.
So what is she giving khichdi? One boy is having fever. Ayurveda says you should fast during fever.
Mhm.
So she's giving warm water. Boy is healthy. Uh, so that doesn't mean her love is varied
Mhm.
because she's giving different things. So based on requirement, she gives.
Mhm.
Take another example. You have 4 children. Among them, one is very dushta. She gives beatings. One is polio affected. She gives the most attention to him. One is very intelligent, very healthy, everything. But she cares for her And when he comes to her, he says, "Oh, do your work. Let me take care of this son." He thinks, "Oh, he's not doing anything," but she gives more time to him. That is what is required. Isn't it? Huh?
Yeah.
So every mother is equal to everyone. So everybody, depending on everybody's requirement, she gives. What is the expectation of the mother is love, be obedient. That's all.
So the way you explained it, Maharaj, and the way this pastime, this whole thing is revealing itself, it seems pretty simple to provide for our needs. Krishna also promised in Bhagavad Gita, Yoga Kshemam Vahamyaham. I will take care of your everything, yoga and kshema, don't worry. Then where did we go wrong that just for this basic needs now most of the people leaving the land and going somewhere far, far away, slogging like worse than animals, 12 hours, 14 hours, 16 hours, 18 hours, just to fulfill these needs, where Mother Earth is openly giving everybody's necessity. And Krishna is promising, I'll take care, don't worry.
There is a saying, God has given enough for our needs, but not for our greed. Now people have become foolish. They have made certain things which are unnecessary as their needs. I'll give you a small example. I told one person who was a devotee, and he was crying, and half an hour went on expressing his frustration. And I told, "What do you want in life? Tell me." I just want a very peaceful life, Prabhu. I want to chant my 16 rounds and preach nicely, but this job is making me that and this. Then I told him, okay, do you have your own house? He told, yes, I have my own house. In Mumbai, there's one area called Borivali. The houses are very expensive. The property rates are very high there.
Okay.
It was many years back. Then I told, what is the cost of your house? He told, "Ji, 1.5-2 crore to aayegi. 1.5 to 2 crores is my house." In EMI, so no.
Okay, good.
Then I told, okay, then you sell the house and then you have at least 1.5 CR. You go to your village, you go to your own land with 50 lakhs, you build a bungalow where you'll get a better house, better and put in the bank, and then interest you 50,000 there you get fresh vegetables, and then you can preach whole day. How is it possible? I told. You only asked an idea. How is it? Is it not possible? No, how can I shift there? I told, car did not shift there. You get a train. You can take a flight and go to your place. There are many buyers for you. No, I told, that is a problem. It's your mental problem. The problem is not your job. The problem is your mind. That you think that you cannot live without your job. I'm giving you a very comfortable life you can live. Your desires are fulfilled. All your desires can be fulfilled.
Yeah.
The problem is that you're attached to suffering. You're attached to suffering in Mumbai. That's your problem. To go one step ahead, you want to go to cinema, you want to see all the hush hush. In village, you don't get all these things. You want sinful life. That is the problem. You're attached to sinful life. You can have a better life. What is the problem? So.
That's quite striking. Attached to suffering and attached to sinful life. We don't realize it. So Maharaj, so Mother Earth provided, they all came and milked and everybody is happy now. She has provided whatever they wanted. So thereafter, King Prithu was very satisfied with the planet Earth, for she sufficiently supplied all food to various living entities. Thus he developed an affection for planet Earth, just as if she were his own daughter. So what a turn of events. Now coming to the last section, shloka number 29. After this, the king of all kings, Maharaja Prithu, leveled all rough places on the surface of the globe by breaking up the hills with the strength of his bow. By his grace, the surface of the globe almost became flat. To all the citizens of the state, King Prithu was as good as a father. Thus, he was visibly engaged in giving them proper subsistence and proper employment for subsistence. After leveling the surface of the globe, he earmarked different places for residential quarters, inasmuch as they were desirable. Then 31st verse. In this way, the king founded many types of villages, settlements, towns, built forts, residences for cowherdsmen, stables for the animals, and places for the royal camps, mining places, agricultural towns, and mountain villages. So, Maharaj, these last few verses, how Maharaj Prithu, such well-established planned cities, towns, villages, pasturing grounds. So, what is the Vedic vision of such urban planning, or generally such planning, what he did, and how is it superior to the present-day development models?
So there were puras, they were cities. It is not that they were not. But once there's a limit for that city, once the city would grow beyond that limit,
Okay.
then they will be destroyed and then made another city. They would go to another place. But now what's happening is the cities are growing and growing and growing, and villages are dwindling and dwindling.
Yes.
There's no control.
Mm.
That is why Purandara, the name Purandara is the name of Indra. The present Indra is known as Purandara, means one who destroys cities, because in cities the opportunity for people to do sin is more. In a village, it is not there much. Because everybody knows everybody's daughter, everybody's son. There's no place to hide. But here in cities, it's there. So sin starts with the intermingling of opposite sexes.
Okay.
The young boys and girls mixing with each other. So in cities, it's not. In villages, it's not possible. They are under control. They are under vigilance. Here it is not. So puras were there. Pattanas were also there. Gramas were there. Everything was there. But there are rules governing them. And there was a restriction how big a pattana can be, how big a pura can be. And after that, they'll be divided, go to another thing. That's it.
Okay. I like the sound of pura, pattana, and grama more than city, towns, and villages.
Yes.
So, Maharaj, last question on this discussion. So, you had mentioned that how Prithu Maharaj is Shaktyavesh avatar, and the Shakti that was invested in him was Bhupalana Shakti. So, what can the current leaders, rulers, politicians, what can they learn from the ideal governance as exhibited by Maharaja Prithu here?
The qualities. In the entire section of Prithu Maharaj, the leader, the king, should have the qualities of Prithu Maharaj.
Okay.
That is the main thing. Once your qualities, then execution part is can vary according to time, place, and circumstance. But the qualities are important. The principles are important. Principles of leadership is important. Out of this selflessness, sacrifice, neutrality, these are the qualities which are required for a leader.
Nice, amazing. So, given that Maharaj, today majorly we talked about Prithu Maharaj's pastime in connection with Mother Earth. So, for Brahmastra, I'm going to ask you some, not exactly a riddle quiz, something like that. So, it's somewhat going to be related to Mother Earth only, from Ramayana, Bhagavatam, somewhere from our scriptures. So, I'll pose these questions to you, then you have to guess. But all the questions will be related, something to do with Mother Earth only, mountains, something like that. Okay, so which emperor was so righteous that Mother Earth provided unlimited prosperity under his rule?
It's Maharaj only, na?
Yeah, Prithu Yudhishthir Maharaj also in Canto 1 also it was given. Yeah. And contrary to this, which demoniac king, he ruled in such a atrocious way that Mother Earth had to withdraw all her supplies?
Oh, Prithu Maharaj's father, Vena, Anga's son.
Yes, correct. Wonderful. So, who is the divine child who showed the entire universe in his mouth to his mother when he was accused of eating dirt, eating mud?
Krishna.
And very similar to that, who later reenacted the same eating earth pastime as a small naughty boy in Navadvip?
Why?
Who dove deep into the cosmic waters to rescue Mother Earth after she was thrown into the
Varaha.
deep? Varaha. Okay. You didn't let me finish also. Okay. I'm a mountain, but I became an umbrella. I protected cows, calves, and villages from the torrents of rain. Which sacred hill am I?
That's good. I'm remembering my childhood. Somebody asking questions like this. Good.
Too easy of questions after such profound discussion.
And say, oh, very good. Something like that.
Maybe I should have made the questions more difficult. Next, name the king who found a divine baby girl while plowing earth, the child who later returned to the same earth.
Janaka.
Yes. Which king's chariot wheels never touched the ground as long as he remained perfectly truthful? I don't know if this is,
Yudhishthira.
is this true, Maharaj? I was skeptical of asking this. Is this true? Support me.
Down.
Oh, okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay, the next. Name the only place in all the three worlds where the dust carries the lotus footprints of the supreme cowherd boy.
Vrindavan, Raja.
Jai. Could you please chant to us the shloka from Bhagavad Gita chapter 7, where Krishna mentions earth as part of his separated energy?
Bhumirapano arkam manamudriva chankar me binna prakutishtada.
This is truly like asking kids. Next. Fate trapped me when my chariot wheel sunk into the ground. Trying to lift it, I fell to the arrow of the supreme archer, guided by the supreme lord. Who am I?
Karna.
Yes. Next. In the form of a cow and bull, we suffered under Kali's torment, yet Dharma returned through the mercy of a righteous king. So, who is that king?
Parikshit.
Yes. Last one. When kings fought Dharma, hold on a second. Yeah, when the kings were adharmic and the world suffered, I disguised myself as a cow to plead my care. Who did I approach for guidance and protection?
Brahma.
Jai. Thank you, Maharaj. I think it was too easy this time. Next time I'll try to come up with more difficult ones. So thank you so much, Maharaj, for taking your valuable time and holding our hands and taking us through these pastimes. As always, such profound insights and so many wonderful lessons. So extremely grateful for both your association and guidance, Maharaj. Thank you so much. So Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So this was our brief discussion on chapter 16, 17, and 18. In the interest of time, we have really skipped several sections. So I would really request you to go back and read them. So next week when we come back, we are going to see continuation of Prithu Maharaj's pastime, where he is about to conduct 100 Ashwamedha sacrifices, horse sacrifice. Will he really succeed in completing the 100 sacrifices? Or is there going to be some interesting impediments that's going to come his way? So all that and more we will find out next Saturday. So please catch up. I see that many of you are lagging behind. Looks like we are far ahead of you. You're taking your own sweet time to catch up, and that's okay because it's on YouTube. But however, if you can please catch up pace and come back to, come up to speed of where we are discussing, it'll be really nice. So we will see you very soon next week in the next episode, another interesting pastime. So until then, please take care. And as always, stay inquisitive and stay Krishna conscious. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.